hello everyone. Welcome everyone to Wisdom Wednesdays. It's your girl Daniela. You guys like my natural do? Yes, got the curls out today. Welcome everyone. I'm so excited to be before you today. We are here at Wisdom Wednesdays, and I'm excited because you guys know that Wisdom Wednesdays and when we come together and just basically empower each other, because I learned from your comments as well. So my name is Daniela, DaniEmpowers as you know me, and we are coming at you live. Now today is Wednesday, and it's Wisdom Wednesdays. And so we know that Wisdom Wednesdays is all about affirming you through words of affirmation and also affirming you through words of wisdom. And so if you haven't affirmed yourself today, let's do that right now. Okay? I am awesome. I am bold. I am faithful. I am purpose driven. I am fruitful. I am loving. Now, wasn't that nice? Like today's word of affirmation, today's word of wisdom is love. Yes, it's love. It's love. And look, I don't know if you can see this. You see it backwards. But I have this little, keepsake here. And it is it's all about love, guys. Everything is about love. And let me just read you the definition that says here. Love, an intense feeling of deep affection, fondness, or warmth. I'm going to read that again. An intense feeling of deep affection, fondness, and or warmth. And the definition number 2 is a person or thing that one loves, beloved, or dearest. Okay? Number 1, an intense feeling of deep affection, fondness, or warmth. Listen, today's word of affirmation, today's word of wisdom is love. And you guys know I'm not talking about the love that, you have for your bae or your boo or your family members. Today we're going to be focusing on self-love. We're going to be focusing on self-love. And as you guys know, for those of you who are believers out there, you know the verse that says, love your neighbor as yourself. Well, obviously, before we even love our neighbor, we got to love ourselves first. That is the catch. Love your neighbor as yourself. That is saying that you first love yourself. And it's very important for us to dig into love, especially during this season where a lot of us find ourselves alone or not able to be as social as we would want to be, right? And so we need to explore this word of love. Do you have a deep affection for yourself? When you think about who you are, the person that you've become, do you love that person? I was washing my hair this week and I was just like, am I going to come live with the natural? And I was like, I'm going to come live with the natural and embrace all of me and embrace all forms of myself. And that's basically what love is. Love is the ability to have a deep-seated affection. And you cannot fully love other people really until you're really able to fully engulf yourself in love, because the more you love yourself, the more you'll be able to overflow and bubble over and love others, and not love people from a place of envy or love people from a place of boastfulness, right? Because, you love them because they're not as good as you, but you're still a little bit higher than them. No. When you love yourself, you're able to flow and experience that love within that bubbles out and kind of infects everyone around you. So let's dig right in. Today, first of all, love starts with what? Your thoughts. When you think back about your childhood, depending on how you were raised, you might never have heard the word I love you. You might have never heard the word I care. You might not never heard the word you're beautiful. You might never have heard the word I love you just because, right? And oftentimes that affects the way we see ourselves. That affects the way we see ourselves, and that affects the way we love ourselves. There might be portions of ourselves that people like, right? People are like, oh, I love your hair, or I love your attitude. And because that person affirmed that part of you, that's the part of you that you love. But moving on into adulthood, we learned that we have to love ourselves totally, fully, inside and out. Somebody says, Patricia said, I love me some me. Self-love is the best. We have to start with thinking about our thoughts. Oftentimes, when we were raised, we might not have been raised in a loving environment. Or maybe if you were, you still understand the importance of having healthy self-awareness and healthy self-love. Okay? So it all begins with your thoughts. What is your thought process like? Are you good only when your hair is cut and your beard is trimmed and you smell like, freshly brought cologne? Are you loving yourself only when your face is beat and you feeling good and you smelling right? Or are you loving yourself 24/7, 365? In our case, for 2020, 366. Okay? And that's the challenge, everyone, for us to love ourselves fully, and it begins with our thought process. What are the thoughts that cross your mind? Are there thoughts of negativity? Are there thoughts of limiting beliefs within yourself? Do you really love who you are inside and out? Do you really love the person that you are growing into? And so we have to check our thoughts, because love starts with how we think about something. When you think about something and you just have this awkward feeling about it, well, do you ever think of yourself in that way? Sometimes we all sometimes have moments where we don't love what we see in the mirror, right? But inside and out, we have to learn to filter our thoughts through the lenses of love, okay? Moving forward, stop comparing yourself to other people. Not only do we have to detox our thought process, right, from maybe mean words or criticisms that others have said or things that we have heard people say. We have to detox our thoughts, but also we have to stop comparing ourselves to other people. You are uniquely you for a reason. You are a beautiful flower in the garden. And we live in a society that's very aesthetically led, meaning it's all about the looks. It's all about how you look. It's all about, do you have the six-pack? Do you have the curves? Do you have the muscles? And oftentimes, when we do not appreciate ourselves enough, there is a comparison, because people are like, I like chocolate. And others are like, I like vanilla. And if you find yourself being fudged, you like, I don't love me because people don't like my flavor. Whatever flavor you find yourself in, do not compare yourself. If you are vanilla, do not compare yourself to chocolate. Do not compare yourself to fudge. Enjoy yourself and embrace yourself. Do not compare. Even though the world loves to appreciate a certain type of beauty, right? Or a certain type of personality, we have to learn to stop comparing ourselves, whether it's our careers, our relationship status, our cars, our looks, our features. Listen, if you are your best you, that is enough. That is enough for you to shine. So today we're talking about love. The first thing was, let us start loving ourselves by our thoughts, filtering our thoughts through a place of acceptance and having a deep affection for who we are as people, right? All right, then 2 was, stop comparing yourself to other people. Everybody has a different storyline, and once you embrace yours, you're able to fully appreciate the person that you are. Chapter 1 of this book, hopefully you guys already got it, Live Your Worth, is love yourself enough. Love yourself more. Love yourself more. Maybe you love yourself at level 1. It's time to go to level 2. Now moving forward, appreciate your journey. Appreciate your path. Everyone has a different path. Everyone has a different journey to take. Self-love is amplified when we appreciate the journey we are on. I might be on a step on level 2 in my journey, and I have to appreciate that. I have to love that. And sometimes we beat ourselves up and we hate where we are in life. We're like, I want to be here. I want to be there. And that, when we look at ourselves, we're disgusted with ourselves because we're not appreciative of our journey. And so we have to appreciate where we are in life. That helps us have a deep appreciation, a deep affection for ourselves. When we're able to just say, you know what? I'm grateful for my growth. I am grateful for where I am. And we're able to embrace ourselves and love on ourselves and say, look, I was not here last year. I was not where I am last year. And so I'm appreciative of the journey that I'm on. That increases our love for ourselves. It does. And another step is forgive. You know, in order to love something, sometimes we have to forgive. Have you ever thought about someone that has wronged you? And every time you see that person, your heart is bitter. You have a stank attitude because you're like, you did me dirty, right? And it's hard to have a grudge and love at the same time. And if we turn that inwards, it's very hard for us to have unforgiveness within ourselves. Like, you know, you can't forgive yourself for a mistake that you made. You're like, I was so stupid. I can't believe I let this person do this, or I can't believe I missed out on this opportunity. We have to learn to forgive ourselves for the things that may not have gone right, or the things that we need to have a different outlook. Because when we can't forgive ourselves, it's hard to love yourself when you can't forgive yourself. Because every time you look in the mirror, you're like, you're so stupid. You're so dumb. I can't believe you did this. I regret doing this, or whatever the case is. It hurts, right? And oftentimes we can't forgive ourselves. When we cannot forgive ourselves for past mistakes, for things that haven't happened yet, it's so hard to love ourselves. And so today we're talking about self-love. We're talking about love. Remember, we were talking about the Bible where it says, love your neighbor as yourself. Obviously, if you need to love your neighbor as yourself, that means you have to first love yourself. Right? All right, so we said first, begin by thinking about your thoughts. You know, self-love begins with your thoughts. What are your thoughts towards yourself? Okay? Stop comparing yourself to other people. That's them. That's not me. That has freed me from that has freed me to the ability of being able to love myself. And I'm like, listen, that's them. You worry about Daniela Jean. You worry about Daniela Jean. Don't worry about nobody else. Stop comparing yourself. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Don't try to compete with anybody. And so that helps you love yourself when you know what? I'm not in competition. I'm not comparing myself to anyone. I'm just trying to be the best me possible. That increases our self-love. Forgiving ourselves, right? We just talked about that. And we also talked about appreciating your journey. Everybody's journey is different. And sometimes we're like, this is not the path that I want to go. And this is not the way I want to be. And these are not the people that I want in my life. Just appreciate where you are. When you appreciate where you are, you're able to love yourself more. Because you're like, you know what? I'm just enjoying the ride. And I know that the things that I expect to come into my life will come into my life in the right time. When we have that attitude of love and appreciation for our journey, awesome things come into our life. Okay? Take back your power. Take back your power. All right? That's very key in loving ourselves. When we take back our power, whatever people's opinions are, whether they like us today and don't like us tomorrow, we taking back that power. You can like me today and don't like me tomorrow. That's okay. I'm still going to love myself. Whether or not that person, don't give that power of love to someone else. It's in your hands for a reason. Okay? So whether they like you today, criticize you tomorrow, invite you today, don't invite you tomorrow, it's all good. Take back that power. You hear me? Now, surround yourself with good. We have two more. Surround yourself with good. That's very important. when we're in a place, when we're in a place of goodness, when we're in a place of good energy, when we're in a place where people are showing appreciation, or there's beautiful things around, or your space is organized, or you're feeling like people are just supporting you and affirming you, right? And you're affirming yourself, and you watch the words that you speak only goodness into your life. When you surround yourself with goodness, you're increasing the level of love that you have for yourself. Have you ever had a good meal? Have you ever had a good meal? And it's just so good, and you feel good on the inside, and your belly feels good. You're just in a good vibe. When we surround ourselves with goodness, with good attitude, with good outlook, with good people, it changes how we love ourselves. I'm telling you, when we surround ourselves with good people, even though we're not dependent on their affirmations, but when we're surrounded by good people who want to see good for us, who want to see us win, that helps. When you are in an environment that's just good, and you're able to have a good outlook on it, that helps, okay? And so surround yourself with goodness. Surround yourself with goodness, guys. And last but not least, take care of your needs. So often we put our needs last. You don't get your toes done, right? You don't take your vitamins. I know I've been slipping on my vitamins. We do not oftentimes put our needs ahead as we should, prioritizing our needs. And usually what happens with that is we kind of like feel like I'm not even worth loving, right? And so I challenge you to put your needs first. Analyze your needs. What are your needs? Do you need to be affirmed? Do you need to just have, clean laundry? Or just, what are your needs? What are your needs? What do you need in life to succeed, to feel whole and complete? You have to analyze your needs. I need good food. I need good energy. I need good people. I need good words. My room, I have words of affirmation all around it. I need that. I need that to feel good, because sometimes when your mind, remember I was saying the first thing is your thoughts. Sometimes when my mind wants to drift to a place of despair, I'm like, oh, I have love myself. You are an original. Be open. Smile. And that reminds me, Daniela, you're awesome. I love you. Okay? And I tell myself these things because this is what we need to stay in the place of love. The more you love yourself, the more you're able to love other people. Loving yourself is not a self thing. It doesn't mean being able to love others. That person what they are different to table. When I love myself, I'm able to see another sister or woman and say, you sis, or a brother, and be like, bro, you got it going on, and not feel no type of way. It doesn't take anything away from me, because all the love that I need for myself is already within me. And I look at my Creator, and God has given me all that I need. Anyway, He loved me first. And so what happens with that is it takes away the pressure. It takes away the competition. It takes away the anguish. I have to depend on someone else. Don't get me wrong. We need community, and we need to survive. We need to be healthy and full of vibrancy, and to detox ourselves of our past. We have to come from a place of love. And so today our word of wisdom was love. We're gonna develop talk more about love in different facets over the next couple of weeks. But I want you to ask yourself the question: do I really love myself? Do I really love myself? And I'm not everything that you adds to. So I was like, I'm gonna come live my ponytail. And I was like, yes, I'm gonna come live with the ponytail. And love is about embracing yourself. I was showing you this picture here, a little placard that had the definition of love: an intense feeling or of deep affection, fondness, or warmth. Oftentimes, we want people to love us, but we don't even love ourselves, man. Love on yourself. Clear your thoughts. Stop comparing yourself to people. Appreciate your journey. Forgive yourself for the past. Take your power back. Surround yourself with goodness. Take care of your needs. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Wisdom Wednesdays. Today's episode was about love. And we're starting off with self-love. So be great. Know that you're awesome. Know that you're worth it. You're beautiful. You're handsome inside and out. There's no one like you. There's no need to compare. There's no need to contrast. You are on the journey. So expect great things to come into your life. Expect goodness to come into your life. Keep your thoughts open. Keep your expectations high. The best is yet to come. So till next week, stay blessed, stay fly, know I love you, and thank you for tuning in to Wisdom Wednesdays. Have a great week.